Hey family, welcome to the video. Hope you guys are having an amazing day. Today I want to talk about intuition, using the power of intuition to create abundance in your life. And intuition, what is intuition? Intuition is always that gut feeling, that inner feeling, that's something that we feel throughout our whole life. It's almost like that voice that tells us to do this, don't do that, be very selective in your approach on how you approach things. It's almost like having that guide, in the back of your ear that's saying, "Hey, if you do it this way, you'll get a better result." So how do you build, higher intuition? How do you grasp that power that's inside of us, and how do you get a better understanding on how to use it? And I remember when I was a kid, my intuition began. My mom probably could attest to this if she ever watched this video. But my mom would go places, and me and my sister will always be aware when she's going to return back. For some odd reason, 5 minutes or 10 minutes before, we just some odd reason know that she's about to walk through the door. So we used to gauge that based on what we were doing in the house, we know to stop because she's on the way, or we know to clean up really quick. So that's just a funny thing that I want to share with you guys regarding intuition. So as I got older, I began to utilize intuition in a better way to, approach the success I wanted in my life, and begin to gauge that on, can I hear that inner voice? And most people, we all have intuition. So I'm not saying you have to develop something that's not there. You're going to build upon something that you already have. But most people don't utilize their intuition because they become so bombarded with so many different external things in their life, they forget what they actually should be listening to. And I remember that when I was young, I was jogging one day, probably about maybe like 8, 9 years ago. I was jogging, and I remember when I jog, you always have to find an outlet. That's the first thing. You want to find an outlet for something that actually makes you feel good, something that can help you release stress, tension, something that can help you feel really good about yourself. And when you feel good about yourself, you stop worrying about the external things of the world temporarily. Now, not saying you're going to forget about that you got to pay your mortgage, you got to pay your gas electric bill, you need a raise, not those particular things, but you begin to have that self-peace. And when you have that self-peace, that's when you get to hear the voice of the intuition that's inside of you. And it's the inner power, the inner awareness that we all have. We already have this magic inside of us. But the key thing is be able to cut off the external world. And in one of my last videos I made, when I said the magical link, most things in life that we want to achieve, the reason why we don't achieve them is because the conscious mind get involved. So when I say the conscious mind, is that you begin to think about the worst case scenario of it not going right. Just say you want to increase in pay at your job. Just say you want a brand new car. Instead of thinking about wanting a brand new car, you're thinking about the possibility of it not actually coming true. Or you need more money, you thinking that the job is not going to give me a raise. They didn't give anybody else a raise. So your conscious mind start to play an effect on you. It start to play an illusion on you where you begin to feel that it's not possible. But the thing about intuition is being able to center yourself, balance yourself, and begin to ask the questions that you actually believe yourself to be. Now, let me say it again. You believe yourself to be that person. So the things that you want, the things that you need, the journey that you're on, the place you want to go, if you listen to your internal intuition, it will not lead you astray. And have you ever gotten with somebody in a relationship and you knew from the first day this person was no good for you? You already knew it, but what happened is you connected these emotions that it feel good. Just because something feel good doesn't mean that it's good for you. So the thing that you want to do is learn how to relax and balance yourself. Find an outlet of something that makes you feel good, whether it's drawing, walking around the block, walking around the neighborhood, exercising, or just finding some alone time. And this is during the time where you actually can go in to the internal part of who you are and actually get a result. So your intuition is always there, but learn how to cut off the external noise. And external noise usually means worrying, usually means thinking about things that haven't happened yet. And in your mind, you start building up the approach that it's going to happen like this. When in reality, you're forcing that. I used to work at a job where the few employees were saying they was laying people off. They said they laying people off. You might be next. I might be next. And I looked the person in the eyes and I says, you might be next, but I'm not involved with that. That don't pertain to me. And the person looked at me with a strange look and said, what you mean? I said, it do not pertain to me. So you got to remember, words is power. So this person right here, when they said it might be me, guess what? They actually got laid off because they start to believe it. They start to build around a reality that it's possible that I'm going to lose my job. So being able to block off the external things in your life that's causing you pain, suffering, and causing you to think about things that haven't even happened yet. That way you can tune into the inner part of your intuition and be able to listen. And when you listen, you have to believe and you have to trust what it's saying to you. You have to trust it. If you don't trust your intuition, it never grows stronger because you're always doubting it. So therefore, it's like a battery. It's not being charged. It's being, decreased with the energy voltage because now you just don't believe it. So go out there and make a difference in your life. Believe in your intuition. Learn how to cut off the external things that's not bringing you peace. Find an outlet. Find an outlet where you can connect to your peace, your harmony, and begin to listen to your inner self. If you like this video, hit me in the comment section and let me know what else you would like me to talk about. Look forward to chatting with y'all later.